Hi, my name is Choi Ho-gun, and this time we will study about field effect transistors. Before we learn about uh, FET, we review the Ohm's law to calculate MOSFET current. About Ohm's law, J equal Qn mu E. Qn is the charge of this structure and mu E is the velocity. This is the structure about MOSFET. Before we learn about MOS capacitor, MOSFET is added source and drain. This is N channel device. Substrate is P type and source and drain is doped by N plus. In this case, P channel device body is N type and source and drain will be P plus, heavily doped by P. And MOSFET act like switch and amplifier at the circuit. This is MOSFET current. To explain MOSFET current, we assume this part like source and this part acts like drain, and we applied bias this way minus and this part plus bias. And like D, drain part will be go down and water go this way, and more bias applied and water will flow more. At the point 3, flowing water is maximum, will be maximum, and we applied more bias in drain, between source and drain. Current flow the same rate. This is the point 3 and this is the point 4, and we call this saturation region. This part is calculate MOSFET current to use equation. This is the MOSFET current equation. ID equal Q this is channel current is the same to inversion charge, and we calculate this MOSFET current. Finally we can get this equation. Actually this is the right equation, and this equation is VD is enoughly small, we can neglect this part, so we can get this equation. This is the picture of IDVD characteristic. We applied bias more and more. The gate will saturate the higher voltage between source and drain. And this picture is we applied more than saturation voltage, and this part will appear depletion region like. So ideal MOSFET, at ideal MOSFET, the current will be flat, but in this case the additional current will be flow. So actual characteristic is this picture. And this is the equation of the channel length modulation about additional current. And this picture is NMOS picture. NMOS means field effect transistor use the channel of N, and PMOS is use hole to flow current. And this is the ivory characteristic about N FET. If P FET, ivory characteristic will be can draw this A. And this is the MOSFET application. Before I explained, MOSFET will be act like switch. So we input the low, the logic state is 0. Its output will be 1, and we input the 1, and output will be 0. It's act like switch or not gate. And this is the second characteristic about MOSFET. We apply the input bias. The output bias will be larger or smaller. So we can know it acts like an amplifier. This time we study about MOSFET and MOSFET characteristic and the structure. Next time we study more equation at MOSFET. See you next time. Thank you.